Hi, today I'm going to cry havoc and let slip the squigs of Waaargh because I'm going to be talking about some of my Ork conversions. I'm going to start off with a truck. Now this really barely counts as a conversion because I've not used any bits that weren't in the Ork truck kit to begin with. All I've done is I've taken the gun mounting that is typically mounted beside the driver, and I've placed it on the roll cage instead. And the reason I've done that is quite simply because I think it looks better. It gives it an all-round field of fire as well. Up there, he can see everything, even if it's behind him. Now, I've got a couple of trucks. The next one, it's a bit more heavily modified. Again, I've moved the gun mounting up onto the roll cage. I've actually swapped the weapon for a rocket launcher, put mud guards on, and most significantly, I changed it to a half-track design. The wheels and tracks come from the old Imperial Guard tank kits, which tragically have been discontinued in favour of kits that don't include these pieces. Now, another conversion based on the truck chassis that I've got is this one, a flak truck. Now, all this does is uses the arm that was left over from a soul grinder kit as the core of the weapon. You can see it there. And then I've just stuck as many gun barrels onto that as I could possibly find. The ammo feeds come from the Battlefield Accessories sprue. Now, this truck is designed to match the rules in Apocalypse Reload softback book, but it could equally as well be the truck with a gun truck with a flak cannon upgrade from Imperial Armor 8. Now, to some orcs, 6 or even 4 wheels is too many. So, after considerable research, I've come up with the ultimate in Ork personal transport, and I've created an Ork Warboss on a Segway. Quite simple, really. Plastic card chassis, wheels from a truck, and twin-linked big shooters mounted either side. The Ork Warboss himself comes from the Assault on Blackreach set, modified with a big chopper from a Warbike knob. Now, in a game of 40k, I can just count this as a Warboss on a Warbike. And it's not all wheels and tracks at all. Got legs as well. Now, this again is only a very slight modification. It's a Death Dread that I've modified to have a shield generator on the back, just with bits out of the bits box. You might be able to recognise parts from Predator Annihilator, beacon from Terminator Marines, and bits of the tank accessory sprue on there. The idea is that this can count as the big gun in the Stomper and Dreadnought formation in Apocalypse, because that has a shield generator on it. Because I picture this one being piloted by a mech, or at least being the mech's favourite, I used custom blasters so its weapons fit. And of course, if you're going to have a mob of dreads and stompers, you're going to need stompers. Now, Imperial Armor 8 formalised rules for customising stompers, and that's what I've done here. The primary cannon on its left arm has been replaced with a weapon that I'm treating as a burster cannon. So it's not as long ranged, but it has a nice big blast template, and it's a destroyer weapon. And you may also notice that the hull is covered in as many guns as I could fit on it. This counts as a death arsenal, which gives me lots and lots of long-range, high-strength shots every single turn, and also required me to stick on some extra missiles. I've painted it up blue and white, and that's the colour of the Death Skulls, infamous for looting. It is not Ultramarines, as some people keep insisting on saying. Now, for walking, there's not just mechanical vehicles. Orcs also go for animals, some Squid Offs. Now, this Squid Off is made from a lizard man mount that's got the the bodywork of a truck mounted on the back of it, and a custom-built weapon, again, put on the roll cage, but for this one, has to be on the roll cage anyway, because there is no point beside the driver to mount it on. The idea for this actually came from the manager of my local store, and I was actually, as far as I know, I was the only one who actually went through with the conversion. Of course, it's not just the big Squid Offs, we've also got the gargantuan Squid Off. Now this is built from a Lord of the Rings monarch. The body, of course, normally two halves either side. I've split them apart. I've also lengthened it, and I've covered up the gaps, the plastic card that I used to scratch build the howdah. The head for the head, removed the trunks and rotated it round so it's more horizontal. Now, for other big stuff, it's going to pan upwards. This is a Pulsar Locket, and it's made from a genuine bomb. This is an old Royal Air Force practice bomb, so it's simply an inert lump of concrete at the moment. The pyrotechnic charge has been taken out of it. Some cardboard tubes on the side for booster rocket engines, bits of marker pens inside them. I've broken up the outline slightly with bits of card again. I don't often use cardboard in conversions, but here it seemed alright. The structure of the bomb itself gives it rigidity. Now, that is mounted on a launching pad that is made from a simple plastic plate that I got from a pound shop, and then the scaffolding beside it that the grot pilot can use to access the bomb is built from plastic card for the frame, and then the decks are 2-2 rimfire ammunition holders, and that's actually helps me hold it down. If I remove this, you can see a couple of empty 22 caliber bullet casings. I put some matching holes in the dinner plate. And to finish off, I'm going to show you this. Now, of course, that's nothing to do with orcs, and it's not a conversion. That is a Necron monolith. I figured sooner or later some orc mech boy is going to look at one of the finest tanks in the galaxy, and he's going to decide that he can improve it in every single way. Behold, the Morkalith. Now, compared to a regular Necron monolith, this vehicle is red, so it goes faster. You'll notice it's got 8 drive wheels instead of the none that are on here. The weapons, some clusters of big shooters and rocket launchers on every single corner. They're going to make far more noise than the Necron Gauss weapons. There's a large spoiler on the back to improve its handling. The face on the front is bigger, and it's got built-in grot nav. This Gretchen can tell the Ork driver exactly where he needs to go, and then the Ork driver can do whatever he wants, because after all, who's going to listen to a grot? Well, Sally, that's all I've got to say for today. Hope you've enjoyed it. Thanks for watching.